Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Starry Tarot. I know it's a different setup today. I am at my parents' house for the weekend, but I will show you every card as it is pulled. And we just received our first donation. Thank you so much from Mercedes. Hey girl, hey. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well too. Hope your weekend's going good so far. Yeah, I will show you every card. I'm using my Couture Tarot deck today. And you are interested in, did you have one question, or did you have two questions? One question, general for the next 2 weeks. I'm planning my best friend's surprise party. Oh, that's exciting, girl. A general reading for the next 2 weeks. You got it. Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. How will the next 2 weeks go for Mercedes? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. How will the next 2 weeks look like for Mercedes? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What will the next 2 weeks look like for Mercedes? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What will the next 2 weeks look like for Mercedes? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What will the next 2 weeks look like for Mercedes? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What will the next 2 weeks look like for Mercedes? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What will the next 2 weeks look like for Mercedes? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What will the next 2 weeks look like for Mercedes? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What will the next 2 weeks look like for Mercedes? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What will the next 2 weeks look like for Mercedes? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What will the next 2 weeks look like for Mercedes? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What will the next 2 weeks look like for Mercedes? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What will the next 2 weeks look like for Mercedes? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What will the next 2 weeks look like for Mercedes? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What will the next 2 weeks look like for Mercedes? Alright, girl, let's see here. You've never done anything like it before. That's so cool. Is it her birthday? What's the celebration? We have 2 of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Cups reversed, Judgment, 4 of Cups reversed, 2 of Wands reversed, 5 of Cups reversed, King of Cups, the Chariot, Strength, and 6 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, I see like really high levels of stress. It's a lot. It's a lot that you've undertaken, and it's hard to balance. It's been difficult to balance with this 2 of Pentacles reversed here. But I keep on getting this message of like, but no regrets with this 5 of Cups reverse. Sometimes you feel not regretful, but just like, okay, have I taken on too much? But Spirit is saying with it being in its reverse form, the end result is going to pay off, and you'll feel like everything has been worth it. Yeah, personally, I've been going through a lot. Yeah, I feel you. And I see that here with your 10. We have this 10 of cups reversed right now. This is your happiness. These are your cups. This 10 of cups reversed. However, we do have it paired with my favorite court card in the deck, which is the King of Cups. The King of Cups. Oh no. One moment. Sorry. It like went offline for a moment. Okay, we're good. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, the King of Cups has the wisdom of knowing that while the tide can be high sometimes, because the King of Cups, his throne is always on the ocean, and he never falls over. Even though the tide can be super duper crazy and rocky and high, and stressful. He never falls off of his throne, and that's very much the wisdom that you're carrying yourself with right now. That this is a lot of the stressors in your life right now are temporary. Most of the stressors in your life right now are temporary and will resolve themselves very soon. And just as the tide's heavy right now, but it will return to normal tide soon. And I see things going smoothly in general with this party, with this beautiful, we have Judgment and the Chariot here. I see things going as planned. I see things moving in the direction that you want them to go. And this Judgment card is really strong and positive. I feel like nobody's going to be disappointed. Everyone's going to be, she's definitely going to be very grateful. But you won't be disappointed. The people invited won't be disappointed. I feel like people will be very impressed overall by the results, the turnout. You're doing a great job in organizing everything right now. It can feel, with this Four of Cups reversed, like sometimes you feel not regretful about undertaking this, but something tells me that when you ended up taking on this, organizing this party, I don't think you realized how much it would entail. And it's required a lot. It's required a lot of your organizational skills and time and energy, and coordination and with other folks. And sometimes you feel like almost ready, not almost ready to give up, but like a little regretful about taking it on. But then you gain a resurgence of strength and stamina. I'm trying to keep my personal problems separate from the party problems, and no, I didn't realize I'd be the leader. Yeah, and that's part of this strength card as well, is this leadership quality that you do possess and that you're executing really well right now. And I also, I think that's also part of this Four of Cups reverse, is trying to maintain your emotional equilibrium. And as you just said, with this Four of Cups being in its reverse form, it's also not wanting personal problems to bleed into the plans of the party. And it's interesting too. The art for my strength card in the Couture deck features a big birthday cake with a slice taken out of it. So you definitely made the right decision here, and you won't be disappointed. People won't be disappointed. Spirit is saying, though, they are definitely acknowledging the personal problems that you've been experiencing. With this Two of Wands reverse, they're highlighting something, a decision in your personal life that's been very difficult for you to make. that you've possibly been procrastinating on deciding upon. Correct me if I'm wrong. And with the Six of Pentacles reverse, it's like, yeah, you do feel a sense of imbalance with your personal life in relation to your emotions, and again, not wanting that to affect the party, and not wanting that to affect your life overall. But I am definitely sensing with this Two of Wands reverse that there's a really tough decision that you've been needing to make, that at times you wish someone could just make it for you. And you may be procrastinating on making it. It feels like, it definitely feels like an issue of like matters of the heart with the Six of Pentacles reversed. Six of Pentacles reversed is usually also indicative of unmatched energies or unmatched emotions or unmatched feelings, an imbalance in a connection with another person, or a work situation, the being Pentacles. So I definitely see success with the party, and with your planning of it, and its result. I really miss my ex, and I'm not sure if I should be cutting my family off. Oh dear, that's definitely Ten of Cups reversed energy. Did you recently decide to cut your family off? Or is oh, that's the decision? You're not sure. That's that Two of Wands reverse. Yeah, that's an incredibly difficult decision to make. I hear you. You're debating it. Yeah, that's that Two of Wands reverse. And it probably has a lot also to do with reciprocity there as well. Like, you know, you give when it comes to your family, yet they've either taken from you or hurt you or not reciprocated. There's just an imbalance there that with this King of Cups, I do see balance being restored in your life, with this being in its upright form. I'm sorry the interweb keeps on cutting out, but it keeps on reconnecting, so it's not cutting out permanently. Let me know if there's anything I'm saying that you're not hearing. But overall, the next 2 weeks, they don't look they don't look chaotic. They look, it does look, I mean, the party's coming up soon. Most of the decision making and planning and organizing has been done. Spirit's saying the results are going to be great, and yeah, your personal life won't bleed into that. And thank you for your donation, love. Did you have another quick question you wanted to ask, love? Yeah, that King of Cups upright is key there. Oh, thank you so much, Mercedes. Thank you, love. That's really, really sweet of you. I really appreciate that. That's hella kind of you. Yeah, that King of Cups is a good reassurance to see in times of feelings of emotional imbalance and, yeah, decision making. I'm very much in a similar place right now. Very different situation, but I'm in a pickle where I need to make a decision, and it's like I can't come to a conclusion. It's not as difficult of a decision as you're having, for sure, but it's tough. But yeah, this party's going to be a success, and it's really kind that you took this on, and you'll definitely be appreciated. Hi JC, to purchase a reading we can pay through SuperChat and just list what type of reading based on price. So SuperChat, if you want to you don't have to use SuperChat. That's one of the ways. You're so welcome, Mercedes. Thank you, love. You don't have to use SuperChat to donate. It's slightly, the donation prices are slightly higher for SuperChat. You can also use Cashapp, PayPal, or Venmo. And I offer 3 basic menu questions, like any question that you have, as long as it's not legal or medical, I can answer. I offer a mini reading, and that's 5 cards, 1 question. And if you use SuperChat, that's $9.99, or it's $7.77 if you use PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. I also offer full reading, which is 10 cards. That's $14.14 unless you need to use SuperChat, in which it is $20.20. And then I also offer a 15-card reading, the in-depth reading, and that is $21.21 unless you need to use SuperChat, and that's $29.29. And also with if you donate for a 10-card reading, you can split it into 2 5-card readings if you want. Or if you donate for a 15-card reading, you can split that into either a 10-card reading and a 5-card reading, or 3 5-card readings. So just different options there. And yeah, the donation queue is currently open right now. So whoever makes a donation next will be read for next. Yeah, I have some reading menu options for you guys for sure. I answer all sorts of questions. I answer a lot of romance questions, a lot of friendship questions, general questions, spiritual questions, questions pertaining to matters of career, finance. The only thing I can't answer are medical or legal questions. But I am also excited to communicate with those who have passed on. If that is something you are interested in, please let me know before sending your donation. I do need to know their name, their date of passing, and their relation to you, and their date of birth, to ensure that I can communicate with them. It's super helpful if you can send a photograph, but it's not mandatory. But it is helpful. And as I mentioned, I answer a lot of romance questions. One of the popular ones that I answer is the soulmate confirmation reading. That can be answered in one of 2 ways, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty in line with the name of the reading. The first way in which I can ask is I directly ask your angels, your messengers, your spirit guides, if the person in your life is indeed a soulmate of yours. If the answer is yes, they will answer why and in what capacity. If the answer is no, they will also answer why not. And then alternatively, we could also ask your spirit guides if they give their divine blessing towards the connection in question. And if they do, that's a yes. That's also a yes. Go forth. And that they're definitely meant to be a part of your life. And that is $16.16 if you donate using PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. Excuse me, my allergies are even worse up here. Or it is, if you need to use SuperChat, it is $23.23. I also offer I also do past life regression readings. I've been studying past life regression therapy for many, many, many years. And then I discovered tarot was a modality in which I was able to channel past lives for people. Sadly, not for myself. That's the only person I can't read for is myself. I can't channel past lives for myself, but I can do it for other folks. Those are always fascinating, and they can be asked with any intent. It doesn't have to be with the intention of illustrating a past life of yours. That's the closest to yours right now. You can actually ask Spirit to illustrate past life. That's the most different from yours right now. You can ask Spirit to illustrate the past life of yours that was the most challenging, that was your favorite, that was the most fortunate. There is no limitation to the intent in which we ask past life regression readings, and those are $19.19 if you donate using Cashapp, PayPal, or Venmo. But if you need to use SuperChat, they are $27.27. So yeah, I answer a lot of romance questions, a lot of questions pertaining to matters of the heart. For that, I almost always recommend my love reading that I do, and that can be done with a mini reading, a full reading, or an in-depth reading. And we just received a donation, thank you so much, from JC. And we also received a donation from Miss Sarah. Thank you so much, you guys. Let me go ahead and update this list. Hey, Sarah. How are you doing, love? Okay. So, JC, you donated for 10 cards. I'm at my lowest point this year. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. What can I do to improve my situation? Sorry, not sure how to frame questions. My mom passed this time last year, so I will mediumship next time and send a photo. Thank you. I can absolutely ask that question. That's a great question to ask, JC. JC, could you let me know what is your sign? Actually, give me one quick second. And you are Taurus. Okay, JC. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can JC do to improve their situation right now? JC, what is your gender? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can JC do to improve their situation right now? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can JC do to improve their situation right now? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can JC do to improve their situation right now? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can JC do to improve their situation right now? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can JC do to improve their situation right now? Female, your name is Jen. Okay, thank you. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Jen do to improve her situation right now? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Jen do to improve her situation right now? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Jen do to improve her situation right now? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What can Jen do to improve her situation right now? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What can Jen do to improve her situation? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What can Jen do to improve her situation right now? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What can Jen do to improve her situation right now? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What can Jen do to improve her situation right now? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What can Jen do to improve her situation right now? Okay, Jen. We have 9 of Pentacles, Temperance, 10 of Cups reversed, Tower reversed, 7 of Swords reversed, Judgment, Queen of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, the Emperor, and the Moon. Okay. One of the biggest things, it was a message that I got, I'm not even joking, I kid thee nay, I got this message before I turned the cards. And we have Temperance, 10 of Cups reversed, and 4 of Swords. Before I turned the cards, the message that I got a message to tell you to focus on taking care of yourself right now. That's a really big one. Nurturing your garden, tending to your garden, both physically and mentally. It can be easy for some of us to slip into self-neglect when we're experiencing low points in our lives. And this Temperance and the Queen of Pentacles is advising you to, as hard as it can be sometimes, to do your best to try to treat yourself as though you were your own child. Especially with your mother. You said your mother had passed this time last year. It's very, very crucial to really take care of yourself and mother yourself in the way that she did, and the way that she wants to see. I'm sure she wants to see you taking care of yourself as well as she took care of you. And I do see with this 10 of Cups reversed, yeah, there is fundamental disharmony and a sense of loss when it comes to the family unit. I have no doubt that this has to do with the feelings of loss for your mother. And this 4 of Swords is a message to take time, not just take time for yourself, as I mentioned, taking care of yourself, self-nurturing, self-care, but to, if you can, take time off for yourself. If you can take time off from work, do so. If you can, travel, even somewhere not too far, but maybe to a place of nature. That is, I'm really seeing a strong recommendation here, to take some time away, and yeah, I'm furthermore seeing this self-care, self-nurturing emphasis with this 9 of Pentacles and Judgment upright. I want some clarity though, with these cards paired together. And Nine of Pentacles is also a sign that better times are just around the corner, love. When we have, especially when we have it paired right here with this Judgment card being a significant change in your life, but paired with this Nine of Pentacles, definitely one being of a positive omen, of moving in a positive direction. And I furthermore see that energy with the Tower reversed card here. I don't see an abruptive change on the horizon. It's not like an abruptive change. It's not like what you experienced last year. But I do see things getting easier to process on the horizon as time goes on. And I don't know if you're in a relationship right now, or this could also, I don't know if you, how close you are with your father, but this Emperor card here, I'm getting messages about a male influence in your life that's very significant at this time, that you can that you should be able to rely on to help recalibrate some of that emotional imbalance and imbalanced equilibrium. The Seven of Swords reversed and the Moon. Seven of Swords reversed is definitely a card of indicating a suggestion of living one's truth, living a life that's aligned with one's with how one sees their life going, their life story, and feeling like the main character in your life story. And it's not, your life story is, it's not a case of, it's not like a pick your own adventure novel, but in the sense that it's not, demarcated as like, okay, you have this choice and that choice. It is a pick your own adventure novel, because in the sense that it's you're writing it, you're the one at the helm. And the Seven of Swords reversed is almost always indicative of a regain, and especially with the Emperor too, is regaining a sense of agency and self-sovereignty when it comes to one's life story. Accepting that which is unknown on the horizon with the Moon card, but also accepting that change can be fresh and good, and just because something happens unexpectedly in your life doesn't necessarily mean that it'll be a bad thing by any means. And you're a Taurus, so you're a fixed sign. You're also an Earth sign. The Moon is also a card of intuition, a strong suggestion to deeply listen to one's intuition, to do one's best to not ignore it, not eschew it or dismiss it as something, as just logic or just coincidental. Yeah, there's many coincidences that happen in this life. And this isn't so much a matter of like coincidences or fate. It's more a matter of your intuition and the hunches that you get. And listening to those and having a strong sense of clarity with that. Also, when it comes to one's dreams as well, when it comes to your dreams, gaining a deeper sense of clarity in your dreams, especially over the next couple of months. I don't know if you've already been having quite vivid dreams. If they're not vivid, I would also say that they're, I wouldn't go so far as to call them prophetic, but definitely enlightening in regards to enabling you to navigate this journey of healing and grieving. And yeah, definitely things easing up in the near future with that Nine of Pentacles, especially it being the very first card in the spread. That's a strong indicator, and I just hear like spirit saying that that things will be easing up soon, in this process of grieving and healing. So that is what I'm seeing for you, Miss Jen. Thank you very much for your donation. I really appreciate you, and I hope I brought you some clarity. And I don't know if I've read for you before. If that was the first time I've read for you, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, thank you. Miss Sarah, thank you for your donation, love. Sarah, were you interested in a 10-card reading, or did you have 2 questions? Thank you. I do tarot some, and I get Emperor and 7 of Swords first time here. Oh, you do tarot too? Oh, very cool. Do you do it just offline, or do you have do you do it on a channel or TikTok, or? But you've also been getting those 2 cards. Okay, yeah. And those are very much cards of like living one's truth, self-sovereignty. I don't know if you read reversals, but when I see the 7 of Swords reversed, I see it as a card of truth. You do it for yourself at home. Very cool. So yeah, you have a good sense of tarot and what the cards are conveying here. And that's that Moon card. Yeah, you also have a strong sense of intuition and a strong connection to spirit and your guides. Yeah, well, I thank you so much for being here and for joining the channel. Miss Sarah, can I get a love spread on Cam's thoughts, feelings, and intentions, please? Absolutely. You're so welcome. You are very welcome, Jen. Thank you. And hopefully we will see you again soon. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Oh, thank you. It's actually my mom's chair. Yeah, it's like almost like a spider web kind of Thank you. I'll have to let her know. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards, Sarah? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? And what's Cam's sign again? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Cam's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sarah? So we have the Chariot, Six of Swords reversed, Ten of Cups reversed, the Empress reversed, the World, Page of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, King of Wands, King of Swords. Is he an Aquarius? He's a Scorpio. Okay, never mind. And the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And you're at a distance, but you see him next month. Okay, yeah. We'll start with your current energies. We have the Chariot and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, the Chariot, thank you for telling me that you guys are at a distance, and thank you for telling me that okay, that you were going to on a trip to go see him. The Chariot is always a sign of moving, forward motion, often a sign of travel, and this Page of Pentacles, I would say you feel, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you feel pretty confident in this trip. You feel, I don't want to say you feel fully confident in the connection between you and him, because there are some things that in which it's very hard to feel fully confident in a long distance relationship, I think, period. But the fact that you are going to be seeing him soon does, I think, provide you with a lot of, comfort, that Page of Pentacles. Then his general energies, we have the World and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. On one hand, he is looking forward to your visit. Have you told him? You've told him, right? See on the trip to in the area, but most importantly, want to see. Have you told him that you're going? Because I'm getting some like wonky energy here. With the Six of Swords reversed, with his thoughts, he does know. Okay. Have you guys been talking regularly about it? I haven't figured out a date yet. Okay. Has he been helpful in that? Because I'm sure it has to do with, both his time as well as yours and your availability. And I feel like he does want it to happen with this World card here, but there is a part of him with this Wheel of Fortune reversed that is feeling a bit hesitant at this time. Not in the sense that he doesn't want you to come visit him, but I don't know if he's got like a lot of cleaning that he needs to take care of, but there's something that's kind of stressing him out a bit about you coming to visit. His current thoughts, we have the Six of Swords reversed and the Seven of Wands. He definitely thinks that this is He works a lot, but I plan to get a hotel. Okay. He definitely feels like this should happen. Is like again, I'm repeating myself, but it's not that he definitely wants you to come. With this Seven of Wands, he definitely thinks that it should happen. Something that should happen between the two of you. But with this Six of Swords reversed, I do see him having some hesitations about the timing. I'm getting the sense that you likely want to come visit him, possibly, I don't want to say sooner than he's ready for you to come visit him, but maybe by a couple of weeks or so. Like, you may want to visit him within the next month. He might be looking more at like May. And he feels conflicted because, yeah, on one hand, we have this King of Wands where he feels very, very attracted to you, Sarah. He feels a deep sense of attraction towards you. He definitely holds a torch for you. And there's definitely something with the distance that leaves him wanting more from you. You guys wanting more of each other because you're not in each other's physical presence. With this Ten of Cups reversed, his intentions towards you, I hate to say it, but they're a little cold. They're not mean. He doesn't intend on doing anything hurtful towards you. That I want to make very clear. But I'm seeing the Empress reversed and the King of Swords. The King of Swords is telling me he doesn't have intentions of hurting you or doing anything to hurt you. The King of Swords is very logical, very truthful, but does not aim to hurt. Are you guys officially boyfriend and girlfriend? Because I get the sense that it could be a big part of this could be a negligence towards a label, applying a label with this Empress reversed card here paired with the King of Swords. I don't see him intending to cut you out of his life. It feels like a withholding of applying a label. Is what is the intent that I'm seeing here. Like, he definitely holds a torch for you with this King of Wands, Seven of Wands. The feelings are real, the attraction is real. But he's excited to see you, and it's great that the two of you are seeing each other in person. And again, I don't see him wanting to end this, especially not after you go and visit him. But it's very hard for him to be in a completely, totally exclusive relationship. And he's not. I don't see him with someone else. I'm not seeing him with someone else. It's more the idea of exclusivity and being bound to long distance that makes him hesitant. Yeah, I'm definitely not seeing another woman here. I'm not getting another woman's energy. But I am getting a logical resistance to the distance between the two of you and the issues and the obstacles that inevitably presents in any long distance connection. And I don't know how far away you guys are from one another. If he used to live near you and he moved, what the deal, or if you guys met when you were far away. But I do see, like, I don't see him being mean to you And I don't see him being like, you know, not hugging you or not kissing you. I don't see him being that. I don't see him being detached in that sense, but I do see him being detached in more of a long-term sense there with that King of Swords. And by long-term, I mean the long distance, really. How that affects, how the distance affects the long-term. And thank you for your additional donation. Sarah, thank you. Did you want another 10-card reading, or did you have a couple of questions? You got it. Please go ahead and post your first question. Thank you. More is feelings for you. Okay. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please extrapolate on Cam's current feelings for Sarah. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please elaborate on Cam's current feelings towards Sarah. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please elaborate on Cam's current feelings towards Sarah. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please elaborate on Cam's feelings towards Sarah. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please elaborate on Cam's current feelings towards Sarah. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please elaborate on Cam's current feelings towards Sarah. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please elaborate on Cam's feelings towards Sarah. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please elaborate on Cam's feelings towards Sarah. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please elaborate on Cam's current feelings towards Sarah. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please elaborate on Cam's current feelings towards Sarah. Okay. Like, I can tell he is hesitant, but I'd eventually like something. He told me he was not very vulnerable right now, but like it's not out the window. Okay. We talk about everything and even our feelings, etc. Yeah. And how long has this been going on between the two of you? We have the Page of Wands reversed, the Eight of Swords reversed, Seven of Pentacles reversed, Judgment, and 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. I'm going to need my special book with this. There's a lot to unpack here. Starting with this Page of Wands reversed. I don't know how long you've known him for. And you guys talk about what you want. If he's talking about what he wants, does he say that he's looking for something long distance and long term? Because the Page of Wands reversed is usually indicative of someone who has either a failure to commit or is almost constantly on like an aimless quest for love and has a difficult time defining exactly what they want in terms of a romantic connection. They have a difficult time defining that themselves. He said I sound too good to be true. Oh, have you guys not met in person? If you guys haven't met in person, then yeah, I could see someone having that doubt. You never know until you meet someone in person. Then Eight of Swords reversed. Yeah, Eight of Swords reversed is usually about surrendering. We haven't. We're on FaceTime next month. It's been 4 weeks. Okay. Yeah, in person's very different from FaceTime. There's like human, chemistry and biology that goes on there. Like pheromones, people's posture, the way they carry themselves, their demeanor. It's very different meeting someone in person. With this Eight of Swords reversed, I do see him wanting to be more open to the idea of being in something more long term. But he does have some walls up. He does need to allow himself to be more vulnerable. And with this Seven of Pentacles reversed, I think it's saying, yeah, Seven of Pentacles reversed. It's he doesn't want to force any of this. He doesn't want to force anything, and he doesn't want to rush into anything either. It's only been 4 weeks, but we also don't want him to drag his feet. But what I see him hesitating still is the label is the label of boyfriend and girlfriend. And I think he's waiting for this meeting to not determine that. I think the label is still, it's not going to take forever, but he wants to know that like for sure he can see this going long term, and he just can't decide that. He just can't come to that judgment call until he does meet you face to face with this judgment card. But his feelings for you overall so far are really, really, really good with this Ten of Pentacles. So when you told me that he said you seem too good to be true, I for sure see that here. He legit does think that it's I don't want to say impossible for a woman like you to exist in real life, but I don't know if he's been catfished before, but he knows it's common. He knows it happens, and so far he's being really careful there. He wants to see you in person to make sure you're the real deal, which I get only because I've been there. I was dating someone years ago, and they were wanting. It was different in the sense that it was like only a matter of weeks, and they were wanting to put labels on it, and they weren't long distance either. But I was like, not until I can't make that judgment call until I actually see you face to face in person, breathing the air you're breathing. Because sometimes people lie about their height. Sometimes people lie about any number of things. People do it all the time, and I'm not saying that he thinks you're a liar, but he just knows that the possibility for people to lie is very high. Oh my gosh, I've been catfished too, but they wouldn't FaceTime, so I ended up, of course, I didn't want to be a couple. Now I want to wait to see if we like each other in person. Yeah, and I think he's afraid that you might want to lock this down sooner than he might want to, and he doesn't want to lose you. He just wants to ensure that you're the real deal. He's not. He would obviously, if he could have things his way, he wouldn't have the distance. But the distance also, the fact that you guys met, and there's already a distance between the two of you, that also creates a boundary that some people have. They create a distance boundary. I've dated guys where this has happened before, where they only seem to date women that are long distance, and it's men who are not emotionally vulnerable. It gives them a buffer zone. It gives them an excuse. I hate to say it, but it gives them a bit of an excuse to not completely rush into things, to not. I don't want to say that he's breadcrumbing you, or that he intends to breadcrumb you. But there is something to be said about his difficulty in opening up, being fully vulnerable. Yeah. Thing is that why I date people at a distance. Do you only date people at a distance, or like? Because I at this point refuse to date people at a distance. I've done it twice. The first time I did it, I met the person here, but then they moved, and they moved sooner than they told me they were leaving, which was messed up. And then the second time, I met someone here in the Bay Area, but they live in New York, and I tried dating him, and it was very challenging. But when I like search for people to date, I look like the closer the better for me. I wouldn't intentionally look for someone far away. Is all I'm saying. It ends up like that, but for someone reading my chart and said it's a common thing for me. Oh, interesting. Okay. It's so for someone with your placements, it's just a common direction that you tend to go. Because my Venus is in the 9th house or something, but I kind of like it so long the gap closes. Yeah. How have you? And I'm not saying this to challenge you or anything, but have you ever been in a long distance relationship in which the gap did close, and there was success there? Because I've been thinking about the guy I dated in New York a lot lately, and where not where things went wrong, but more how the distance, an entire country between us, did give him that kind of buffer zone where I think I put up with breadcrumbs and a lack of clarity for longer than I would for someone who was local. Because I would always tell myself, well, the reason why he hasn't asked me to be his girlfriend is because he doesn't live in San Francisco. Well, I don't know that for sure. I never asked him, And if I had asked him, would he have been honest with me? I don't know. No, I ended things because I was also moving countries. Oh, gotcha. Okay. How will things go when I see him? He's in New York. Most likely the end of May. Okay. Let's see. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How will things go? And I don't know how far you are from New York. Yeah, my guy was in New York too, but I'm on the other side of the country. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How will things go for Sarah when she visits Cam? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How will things go when Sarah visits Cam in New York? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How will things go when Sarah visits Cam in New York? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How will things go when Sarah visits Cam in New York? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How will things go when Sarah visits Cam in New York? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How will things go when Sarah visits Cam in New York? Shut up. For real, you're in the Bay too. We've probably talked about this before. It's hard, girl. It's a long flight. It's not too long, but there's also the time difference. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How will things go when Sarah visits Cam? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How will things go when Sarah visits Cam? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How will things go when Sarah visits Cam? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How will things go when Sarah visits Cam? We have King of Wands, Page of Swords reversed, Queen of Wands reversed, 10 of Pentacles, and Four of Swords. I'm honestly getting very similar energy to, like, it feels like it's going to be very similar to how it was when I visited my New York guide. It's so easy to fly out of SFO. I know there's hella flights and whatnot. That's not the issue. The issue is more how I don't know how flexible your work is, how much time you have to take off, how easy it is to get time off. That's more the issue, and that's coming from someone who works from home and is their own boss. You know, because both people have to coordinate. I was dating someone who worked for a really well-known tech company, and he constantly worked. I'm a mom, and I'd rather leave to see someone because I like traveling, and life here is stressful. Yeah. So the energy I'm getting is very, very, like, I feel like it's gonna feel very similar to like when I went and visited this guy. Like, it's gonna feel good. He's gonna make time for you. He's going to be he's definitely going to be a gentleman and like take you out, make time for you despite his busy schedule with this King of Wands. Like whining and dining, romantic times, cuddle times, just sitting around watching TV in the evenings, like maybe one evening and then another evening you go out and do something, but like I see both in like intimate times and like going out and having fun times. But I also, with this Page of Swords reversed, I don't see a whole lot of like transparent and revealing conversations being had or things being discussed. And I'll get to more of that in just a sec here with this ending with this Four of Swords. I feel like matters of the heart, matters of the functionality and the long-term potential of this connection aren't going to be discussed. You guys are going to be busy and distracted, and I think it's very possible you guys might not see 100% eye to eye on everything, and you don't want to go visit someone and find that your truth is misaligned. Well, I guess it would set you free. The sooner you can figure out if what they want is what you want, and I know you're not looking to rush into anything. But I feel like he's really okay to take things slowly with this Queen of Wands reversed here. I feel like I know you're not trying to rush into anything. I think you made that clear, but I do sense some frustration in regards to like when you leave. I like just kind of being like, well, that was like reflecting to yourself, like that was a wonderful time, but like that was a wonderful time, but we didn't really. Like, things are kind of the same as they were in terms of, like, who we are, and, like nothing matters of, like, I don't want to say importance, but, like, yeah, heavy things he's going to avoid talking about. But I do see you having a blast with this Ten of Pentacles. Like I said, I see you having a blast with him at his place. I see you having a blast, him taking you out, showing you the things that he likes to do, you going to some of the places that you know you like, or places that you want to check out. But Ten of Pentacles is a really, in my opinion, it's the strongest card in the deck. I pull a card for myself every day. I've been doing it for 7 years. I've only pulled it upright once. Like, I never get that card. And I don't see it that often in people's readings. And we pulled it earlier as well. Like, he really does value you, and I do see you guys having a wonderful time. But with this Four of Swords at the very end, that's where I'm seeing, like, you feeling a little blindsided on the flight back. Like, I see you, like, getting on the flight and like, feeling like settling into your seat and being like, like, that was a great trip. Like, that was good. But then, yeah, just being like, but where do we stand? Like, I still feel like like just as much lack of clarity in that regard as I did when I left. And Spirit is encouraging to just, to embrace the good energies, to embrace the good times, to not rush into anything, which I know you're not looking to do. It's probably not the best place to have a discussion of matters of seriousness. He does astrology too, and was doing our synastry. Interesting. I've never heard that word before. I might be saying it incorrectly. Synastry. That's very cool, love. Yeah, he's and was asking me to look things up. Yeah, he's definitely interested. I can't deny that. King of Wands came up twice. Ten of Pentacles came up twice. He holds a torch for you, for sure. But he's where he's at emotionally. He does need more time and more space. Yeah. So, yeah, it doesn't mean that nothing's ever going to be, a label with you or him. It just means I think you're going to have a great time. But I think and it'll help him understand things better, but it's like, but he also needs to process that, like, once you've left as well. But yeah, that is what I am seeing for you, Miss Sarah. Thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate you, and I hope I brought you clarity there. And yeah, you enjoy the rest of your evening, my fellow Bay. The weather, I don't know where you are in the Bay, but the weather, I'm out at my parents' house this weekend in the Far East Bay, out near the Delta, actually right on the Delta, and it's like nice and warm out here tonight, so much love and light to you, girl. Thank you. All right, so the donation queue is currently open, y'all. So if you have a question that you would like me to answer, please send in your donation. And we just received a donation. Thank you so much, JC, for your donation, Miss Jen. Thank you. Does my job look secure for the next couple of years? Let me see, Jen. Let me see. Welcome back. Welcome back, my friend. Oh, it would have been disastrous. Sorry. I think I just pulled a muscle in my shoulder. Okay. Thanks, masters and spirit guides. Well, Jen, does Jen's job look secure for the next couple of years? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, does Jen's job look secure for her for the next couple of years? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, is Jen's job secure for her for the next couple of years? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, is Jen's job going to be secure for her for the next couple of years? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, is Jen's job going to be secure for her for the next couple of years? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, is Jen's job going to be secure for her for the next couple of years? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, is Jen's job going to be secure for her for the next couple of years? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, is Jen's job going to be secure for her for the next couple of years? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, is Jen's job going to be secure for her for the next couple of years? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, is Jen's job going to be secure for the next couple of years? Eight of Wands reversed. King of Pentacles reversed. Four of Wands reversed. the Magician reversed, and 5 of Wands reversed. I don't know how long you've been at your current job, love, but this doesn't look like it's going to last for the next couple of years. That's it. And it's not just the fact that they're all reversed cards. It's the nature of the cards themselves, because there's definitely some reversals that I wouldn't call no cards, or that I would call yes cards, conversely. But yeah, this 8 of Wands reversed, I do see things. I don't see things coming to a close extremely soon, but I don't see them lasting for the next 2 years. And I see a big issue being well, Spirit is saying with this 4 of Wands reversed that there's some coworker issues. If there's not coworker issues now, there might be in the future. But they're saying that it's just not a good environment for you in general. That could, if there's harmony at this time, it will likely lead to discord and disharmony. And I also see issues with a superior with this King of Pentacles reversed. This is the boss who is using their powers, manipulating their powers and their authority. And furthermore, yes, with the 4 of Wands reversed, Spirit's saying this isn't a good environment for you to flourish in. And Spirit's also saying with the Magician reversed that this job is not, like, you're too good for this job. You really are. This job doesn't enable you to utilize all of your skills and demonstrate all of your value and strengths. And it's not your fault. It's the environment. And I have had Spirit say sometimes, like, let them know, it is their fault. Like, they need, their performance isn't great, or blah, blah, blah. That, and Spirit specifically saying that your performance is good. It has nothing to do with that. It's the environment and a particular superior that are problematic here. With this 5 of Wands reversed, they're saying that there likely will, if there isn't conflict or disharmony now, there likely will be. I don't want to say in the near future, but within the next 2 years. But they're also saying that it's going to be for the best. They're saying there's a better opportunity for you. They're definitely emphasizing that you're too good for this place, and that this place just doesn't allow you, it doesn't enable you to shine your brightest light. They make things difficult, and I also feel like this, like, you're not, I don't want to say, like, you're not the only victim here. Like, I feel like this is quite common for a lot of their employees. A lot of their employees don't last a super long amount of time, due to a lot of the dysfunction in the general, like, functionality of the workplace. It's like a broken system. And I don't know if you've noticed, like, people coming and going already. And it's not, I'm not saying that you're gonna get fired soon. It's like a come and go situation, but it's less of a long-term situation for most people. Few people stay there that long. They also run into this individual and the disharmony that this workplace breeds. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you, love. Again, I don't know when you started working there, but I'm not seeing that they're gonna sack you anytime soon. Um, you've been there for 10 years, so you've been there for a long time. What have you noticed about the other employees? Has yours been an exception, or and did any of that resonate with you, like the boss being problematic? Difficult. 10 years is a long time. Um, yeah, Spirit definitely has some strong energies towards that, and that was what I was kind of surprised about. I'm like, these are some very strong opinions. For some reason, I got the sense that this might have been a newer venture. I think the director is problematic. Is the director new? Is there like a new director that's problematic? I have a good team now, good supervisor now. Okay, good. That's good to hear. So, well, things are good now. Um, yeah, but I see something coming to. I don't want to say coming to a head, but 10 years is a long time. Um, he's been there for a while. A woman interim is filling in while he's away. Okay. Yeah, spirit and spirit. The energy that I got from the cards was very much an energy of like, if this doesn't come to an end in the next 2 years, you should just leave and find a better opportunity, because there's the magician reversed was what really like got me there, because as an employee you should be able to exemplify your best to work. And I'm worried about layoffs. I think I can trust my male supervisor, but who knows? Yeah, and that's like, it is the king. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's the King of Pentacles is reversed. Someone in charge of money. Someone in charge of money. So, yeah, I don't know if you've seen other layoffs around you, um, but a superior who has a big accountability when it comes to money side of things is, I think, has, yeah, I people on the firing line possibly. Again, I don't see it in the super near future, but the overall overarching energy of the reading was like, there's definitely a better place. You work for UC? Crazy. I went to a UC. I graduated from Berkeley. And my first boyfriend, actually, his mom used to work for the Regent. She was actually the assistant. No, she didn't just work for the Regent. She was the assistant to the dean of admissions at Cal, and that's not why I got in. Up at Davis. Okay, my brother went to Davis. Go Aggies. Okay, so yeah, that's a government job. It's state. Um, 10 years. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, I work at schools now with my other job, and I work predominantly for art schools, but I also work for UC Berkeley and Cal State Hayward. And I do see budget cuts, especially within the art department, the arts. I think that they will have new leadership next year and changes will come about. Yeah, I really hope so. I really hope it goes in that direction. And it's for sure possible, especially with the card, the first card I'm reflecting it, the Eight of Wands reversed. Um, that to me is yeah, like there's while there's corrupt and or misaligned leadership right now, things the tides could change. for sure. And because I've also always seen the Eight of Wands is very much like Mercury retrograde kind of energy, like chaotic but temporary. Yeah, that's a big one to work for. Well, I truly hope that harmony is maintained, and because yeah, spirit those cards were really strong. Is all I'm saying. When I see the Magician reversed, yeah, that's a big one. But I truly hope that things stay good for you. Well, thank you very much, Jen. That's so interesting. You're in Davis. I just was reading for Sarah. She's in the Bay Area. Local folks tonight. The cards reflected what I am expecting 2027. Changes in leadership? Possibly. Because, yeah, King of Pentacles reversed, the Magician reversed. Eight of Wands reversed. Yeah, changes in direction. Yeah, maybe being laid off. If you got laid off, you would get severance pay though, right? Not like that's like, well, not like it makes it all okay. It's still a 10-year career that you've had. I understand, but you would get severance. And unemployment as well. But I understand, yeah, layoffs are really stressful. Oh, you're in a union position, 3 months notice, and got to figure out the rest. Okay. So a union position prevents you from, but would you be able to get, you'd be able to get unemployment though? Of how they back me. Oh, okay. I think I understand. I think so. I work remotely, so that adds another layer. Oh, interesting. Have you always worked remotely? Or did you start did that start around COVID? Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, that happened with a lot of folks. And do you prefer working from home? Then I moved from California in 20. Oh, so you don't live in California. Oh, I hear you. Okay, now that I'm getting a clearer picture now. Okay, so you're not in Davis, but you work for Davis. I hear you. Okay. And you work remotely. Yeah. Yeah. Provides you with a lot more freedom. Yeah, for sure. More time, more freedom. Did you see a firing? No, that's the thing is I didn't see specifically a firing. Like to me, I don't know about you because I know you read as well, but to me, firing cards would be like the devil reversed, um, King of Swords reversed, Four of Wands reversed might be considered a firing. But I think of more Six of Swords reversed, Eight of Cups, Six of Swords upright, Eight of Cups upright. Four of Wands. Let's get some more clarity here, because yeah, Four of Wands. I have this my handy dandy book here that has specifically career definitions. Okay, workplace conflicts, office conflicts. Yeah, Four of Wands reversed. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not getting that as firing energy. But let's check out Eight of Wands reversed here. Yeah, no. Overwhelmed by job, career stagnations, chaos, delays. So yeah, I'm not seeing a direct layoff, but I am seeing chaos. Yeah, and that's the best way of putting it, or at least disorganization where there was organization at one point. Oh my gosh, is that? What is that? Oh my god, what is it? It's a little, there's a tiny little dying fly, and I don't want to kill him because he's dying anyway. I'm just going to retain my karma there. You are very welcome, Jen. Thank you, love. Thank you. Much love and light to you. All right, so the donation queue is currently open, y'all. If you are interested in a reading, please let me know. Just send in your donation and we can commence. Thank you. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention a couple of things. I also offer private readings. I offer two different types of private readings. I do them by appointment only. Just send me an email or you can message me on Instagram on there to schedule that. And that's one-on-one. We do that over Zoom. You see the cards, you see me, you hear me. And then the second way in which I do private readings is at no additional donation amount, but it's not one-on-one, but it is offline. You just send me your donation with your question, and I can answer within about 2 to 3 hours, either over voice memos, over DMs on Instagram, or typed over email. And those both offer discretion and privacy that you can't get with a live stream, and convenience as well. And with the scheduled readings, they're one-on-ones. You can provide me with all the backstory and context that you need, and there's no limit to the number of questions we answer. We just get to the bottom of things within the time permitted, and if we need to extend it, we usually can. What else? Oh yeah, I was going to try this today, but starting next time, when I get back to my place and I have my setup, I'm going to start live streaming both vertically and horizontally. Right now, we're doing it horizontally. I used to do it vertically when I would go on my iPad. I don't have my iPad anymore, but I don't need my iPad to do it. I can do it in unison. I figured it out. So, but I do need to have my camera set up with me. So, I'm hoping to have that figured out by Monday evening. So you will be seeing, possibly seeing a lot more new folks, because that was happening a lot when I was streaming vertically. Whole different demographic of folks. So yeah, donation queue is open. Thank you all very much. Hey girl, hey. Good to see you. Oh, you added me on Instagram. I'll have to go. Oh, I'm so bad about being present on Instagram. I will need to head over there and respond and add you. Thank you so much. I hope you are doing great this evening. I'm just totally not watching Trixie and Katya clips. But yeah, I hope you are doing well. Thank you. Yes, please do. I will. Yes, I like fully. I need to check both my Instagrams when I'm done on this live. Oh, okay. So I've been on for almost 2 hours. So I will be doing. It's not last call now, but I'll do. I'll holler for that when it is. When it is that time. I thought you weren't gonna be on. How busy? Yeah, I found some time to come on today. I initially wasn't going to. I actually wasn't feeling too well. I was kind of a little nauseous, but then I had dinner and I felt better. So I went online and it was pretty busy up until about maybe 20 minutes, 15 minutes ago. But yeah, I'm over at my parents' house. So the setup is very different. This is the setup. It's just my face. And I have the cards here, but I don't have my card camera. So that's what we're working with. But when I do go back home to my place next time, which should be Monday, I'm setting up my live stream to be both vertical and horizontal. Yeah, for sure, absolutely. Yeah, and it was really convenient too. It's Easter this weekend, and I happened to be working out here twice this weekend, so yeah, and the weather's been really nice, and yeah, I hope spring has sprung wherever you are, love. You are, me too. And tonight, I'm specifically I live in San Francisco, but my parents live out in the East Bay. But yeah, I live in SF. And then tonight we had one person also from the Bay Area. So it'd be funny if you're in the Bay. Oh, okay, you're in LA. Very cool, very cool. I have a lot of peeps from LA on here. I haven't been to LA. I used to go more regularly. I used to go at least once a year. I don't think I've been to LA in like 2 years. I've been to Joshua Tree like multiple times in the past 3 years, but LA, like the city itself, I haven't been in a while. Should go back. I have people I could visit for sure. Yeah, we have amazing. We have Steinberg Aquarium in the city. I actually work really close to that. I park at the aquatic park, and then of course Monterey, which is like an hour's drive south on the coast. Um, it's worth it. It's definitely worth the trip. I love it up here. Yeah, I work like really close to the ocean, right at Fisherman's Wharf. It's so cute. There's always seals. Yeah, it really is. It's really touristy, but it's nice because I live there, but I can kind of have the touristy experience. I usually go on dates there. They just meet me like there after work. It's cutesy. It's fun. And I used to live right on the ocean. Then I moved, like late last year. Okay, so I have been on for 2 hours now. So I'm going to do a last call for any and all donations tonight. If you have a question you would like me to answer for you, now would be the time. Otherwise, I'll try to go on tomorrow. Of course, I'm going to have dinner with my family. Yeah, I will try to come on tomorrow. Oh, that's convenient. Cute. Yeah, they are. I've been on a couple of dates down there. Went on one not too long ago. I didn't know there's a mini golf place right near my work, and it's all San Francisco themed. It's hella cute. Like all the little features are like Alcatraz and like the Bay Bridge and the Golden Gate Bridge and stuff. It was hella cute. It was fun. Last call, everybody. Last call tonight for all donations. Thank you so much. Yeah, my allergies like flared the F up when I came up here. Ooh, my mom got me this ring. I'm trying out this ring. I forget what the name of it. It's like Libyan, like astral. The little one here, this ring. Basically, this stone came from a meteor. It's only found in like the deserts of Libya. Oh, sure, absolutely, hun. I'd love to read for you. Yeah, I'm trying to like it would probably show better when I get home, but wrong way. I think it's so beautiful. It's really small, but I just think it's hella cool that it comes from outer space. That is very cool to me. Yeah, my allergies suck. They're fine in the morning, but then by the end of the day, I'm like so like congested, and I've been battling this migraine. Not fun. Case in point, not fun. Miss Melissa, I believe your name was. Let me know if you're still interested in donating. I'll wait another couple of minutes. And I just received your donation. Thank you very much, girl. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Oh yeah. Yeah, this ring is cool. It's unfortunately I need to get it fixed. I need to have it made smaller. Ew, why is my eye so itchy? It's probably allergies. I should probably stop touching it. Oh, you did? Sometimes it cuts off. But oh yeah, I see. Let me see if it. I hope it didn't cut it off. I'm in a connection with a guy named Eric, E for short. Recently, he asked for a break, even though things were going well. I thought, now we're in no contact. How is he feeling? Will he reach out soon to reconcile? So for this, I'm gonna recommend my thoughts, feelings, and intentions spread, girl, because that'll answer both. That's technically two questions, but that's all good because my love reading or TFI spread answers all three of those questions. It will answer what he's thinking towards you, what his feelings are, and what he currently intends to do at this point. And his name is Eric. And what's his sign? And what's your sign again, Liv? Yeah, we'll do that. That'll cover the bases. Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What are Eric's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Melissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What are Eric's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Melissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What are Eric's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Melissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What are Eric's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Melissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What are Eric's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Melissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What are Eric's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Melissa? You're a Scorpio, he's a Leo. Okay, Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What are Eric's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Melissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What are Eric's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Melissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What are intentions towards Melissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What are Eric's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Melissa? We have Seven of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Swords reversed, Seven of Wands reversed. That's actually my card for today. Ace of Pentacles and Four of Cups reversed. So you said you guys are in no contact. Starting with your general energy, we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed here. This is telling me that you see that there's no growth in the connection, or that there was a stop was put to a development in the connection, but you don't know why. As you said, you felt like everything went fine, and then just out of the blue, he pulled away his energies. and now you guys aren't talking. His general energies, we have the Four of Cups reversed. That is often a signifier that someone is on a different page than you romantically. I think there's something, I don't know how many dates you guys went on, how long you guys were spending together, how long you guys were getting to know one another, but I think that there was a difference in what you're looking for and what he's looking for in romance overall. His thoughts towards you right now, we have the Queen of Swords reversed. He's feeling, he thinks that it kind of, that his behavior was not, it was aligned with his truth, but he could have done it in a kinder way. I think he was looking for something different overall in a relationship, and he pulled back instead of telling you, like, I'm looking for this, and whereas I believe you're looking for this. We have known each other for like 7 months, but it's been a lot of on and off. His feelings, we have the Seven of Wands reversed. It could come, and that's the thing, is I haven't gone to his intentions, but I haven't gone to that yet. But I do see the possibility of him re-entering your life is not low. It's quite possible that he'll come back into your life. And why did this not register with me now? I've dated more Leos than any other sign. They are so hot and cold, and they're hard to pin down, girl. A lion is tough to pin down. This is coming from someone who's had a lot of experience with Leos. Yeah, it's tough. They don't want to be bound oftentimes. I don't know if you've noticed that with him, but if you're looking for something more monogamous, I think he's scared of labels. Oh my gosh, so hot and cold, Leos. Yes. Yeah. Off, on, hot, cold. Whether they're young or old, it doesn't change. I feel like they push and pull, and they're the only people who do push and pull in my life. And for some reason, I allow them to get away with it. But yeah, they'll leave and then they'll come back. And I hadn't gone to that part yet, but I do see that with his intentions. I don't see him fully pulling away. I do see him still thinking about you. I think that he feels kind of badly for the way in which he backed out. He doesn't want to lose you completely, but he doesn't feel like I think at the heart of it, he feels like you deserve better with the Seven of Wands reversed. You at least deserve what you're looking for in a connection, and I don't think you guys have the same vision. But he's also not 100% ready to let go of you completely with this Ace of Pentacles. I don't think he intends on keeping this in no contact. So if based on his track record, that wouldn't surprise me. And based on like every Leo I know, that also wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. But they're tough cookies. It's really tough to get them to put a label on things, to define things, boundaries. And it's also hard for them to fully let go of people in their life. Like, when I do have long-term relationships with Leos, they're almost always at least still friends with all of their exes. They don't let go of people. I've noticed this. They like never fully let go of people. So do I think he's fully let go of you? Not at all. But do I think that you'll ever get what you deserve from him, not likely. They're stubborn. They're a fixed sign. Sometimes they change, but I've often seen them change in the opposite direction. Like they often pull farther away. Not always. I have seen sometimes they do grow closer, but I think he's fundamentally disconnected in terms of like really seeing things eye to eye with you. And being able to be 100% honest about it with himself and with you is difficult for him. And I'm not trying to make excuses for him or anything, but that's just what I'm sensing and seeing in the cards. Yeah. So I don't know when. I don't know when, but yeah, that makes sense. He's stubborn and it's a little tired of it, even though the passion is there. And they're good with that passion. But I bet he's charismatic as hell too. And there's passion. Yeah, you guys are both fixed signs. Scorpio and Leo get along really well. We're fixed signs. Aquarius and Leo. Yeah. But they're tough. They're like, I always wished I didn't like Leos, but yeah, I hear you. And yeah, that spark is there, and he doesn't want to let go of it. But I also don't see him fully putting in the work that's deserved of like all of your light. You know, I get not F boy energy from him, but I do get a disconnected energy from him. Like he only lets himself go so far in romance, and then he gets to a certain spot and he pulls back. And that's probably that hot and cold thing. Ow. Sorry. I fell on my knees yesterday. I tripped and fell on my knees, and I just like banged my knee when I was saying that. But yeah, that explains the hot and cold thing, I think. He's probably starting to feel some type of way about you, and then he backs off. I understand. He said he never had a real relationship, so he doesn't know how to be with someone. I was totally getting that energy. I didn't want to say like yeah, but I low key feel like he doesn't know how to be with someone. He's probably never fully surrendered in romance. Yeah, he is a bit of a playboy Charles. I don't think there's like hell of women in his life right now, but the women he has dated in the past, I don't think he ever made it official with them, and I don't think he ever fully ended things with anyone. I think he's in and out of people's lives a lot, and I've also noticed that about Leos too. Is they like almost, I don't want to say they go in rotations, but like the ones I knew, like they'd get back with their other exes too. Like if they weren't dating me, they'd be dating like I know who they'd run over to. Like there would be at least like two people who I'd know. It was such a mess, and they both looked just like me. Like yeah. So I'm not saying that he's like got hell of ladies in his life right now, but he does. The idea of being bound, the idea of labels does not appeal to him. Yeah. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing there, my friend. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. He's yeah, legit never been in a real relationship. Wow, makes sense. Yeah, yeah, and I don't know how old he is, but if he's at least 25, that's like, to never have been in a relationship, that's kind of wild. Not wild. I mean, everyone's different, but he's navigating waters he doesn't really know how to navigate. And again, not making excuses for him, but it seems like he's kind of always navigated at a very surface level. Because to To be deep, you have to be vulnerable, you know. And I think a lot of fixed signs are afraid of being vulnerable. So I'm doing another last call for donations. Last call tonight. If you do have a question, please do let me know. But yeah, that is what I am seeing for you, Miss Melissa. Yep, he is used to just detaching, and yes, afraid of being vulnerable. What is your sign? Oh, I didn't tell you my sign. That's funny. I'm an Aquarius, so I'm a fixed sign too. So I get along with Scorpios. Your Leos, Geminis, and Scorpios are my three favorite signs. I get along with Scorpios very well. Um, my favorite court card is the King of Cups. Yeah, I love my sign. I definitely identify with it. I'm into Aquarius. I'm early Aquarius. I'm a January Aquarius, but I have no identity with Capricorn. I don't really believe in cusps. To me, you're either in the light of the sun or you're out. It just depends on what time and what date you were born. It's kind of like you're still in someone's house, whether you're in the front of the house or the back of the house. You know what I mean? But I do believe in charts. And my chart, I have my moon's in Gemini and my rising is in Libra, so I'm a triple air sign. And then my Venus is in Aquarius as well. I've got a lot of Aquarius. I'm mostly Aquarius in my chart. A little bit of Taurus, I think, and I think a little bit of Scorpio. Yeah, I like my sign and I identify with it. Also, my Chinese sign too. I'm an ox, and I used to not believe in Chinese astrology. For years, I didn't believe in it because I didn't identify with it. Because I was born in January of '86. I thought I was the year of the tiger, but the Chinese New Year didn't start till the 8th of February. So I'm actually an ox. And then I was like 21 when I discovered this. And so I read all about the ox and I was like, oh my God, like this is so resonating with me. I'm even though I love tigers as an animal way more than ox, they're kind of boring. I identify more with the ox. Capricorn's kind of a boring sign. So I always felt, I don't know, more like the more eccentric Aquarius. Like I totally, not like Capricorns are boring at all. David Bowie was a Capricorn. There's some really eccentric Capricorns out there that are very dynamic. I just don't associate with them. I'm Scorpio, Libra, Moon, Libra rising. So you're also Libra rising. You probably really like beauty and makeup and stuff. Or at least like decorative things with oneself. Yeah, I don't really believe in Chinese. And there's also, I don't know if you've heard of it. If you haven't, look it up. It's called Primal Astrology. It's free. It's online. Primalastrology.com. I think it was just some guy, some astrologer. I don't know if it was a guy or a woman or a group of people, but came up with this system that combines one's Western sign with their Eastern sign, which gives you your spirit animal. And my spirit animal is the walrus. And the description of the walrus is me to a T. It's wild in every single way, like in love and in career and education. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Do I like walruses as an animal? They're alright. They're pretty violent. My dad's a polar bear. Walruses can actually kill polar bears. Just kind of crazy. Walruses are really, really violent, but when provoked. Unprovoked, they're pretty chill, but if they do feel threatened, they won't mess around, which is very true, I think, of me. People just don't mess with me because I wear big boots. I think maybe that scares people off. I don't know, but yeah, I'm good at preventing that. Anyway, I'm a go. Thank you all for being here. It was lovely seeing you, Melissa. I will try to go on again tomorrow. If not, I'll see y'all on Monday. Oh yeah. They can like skin a polar bear. It's crazy. When I read that, I was like, whoa, like I'm like crazy. I'm not a violent person at all, but if I needed to defend myself or my loved ones, like I wouldn't mess around. Is all I'm saying. And I feel everyone should feel that way. Anyway, yes, happy Easter to you, love, and have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care.